Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Runers. So, we're doing Blessing of the Wisp, the Paladin, not the Crusader, and Droplet. We're going to try for the double Droplet run, and then following this will be the Magic Missile run with double Supernova, if I can possibly pull that off and, actually have enough for it. I assume I'm going to get that far, but you never know with this game. You really do never know. Okay, why is it paused? It shouldn't be paused. There we go. Okay. So, Droplet shoots fairly fast, but it also has splash damage, which is the main thing we're concerned with here, because splash damage, pretty useful. Oh, that's interesting. So, Blessing of the Wisp draws all pickups to me, which is potentially useful, potentially not so useful. So the thing is, it means health packs are going to come at me. The one problem is, it does mean that I'm going to have to constantly avoid them if I want to stockpile them. So in this case, oh, I see. Looks to be like there's a, oh, crap. Well, there is in fact a maximum range that they will be drawn towards me, which is kind of convenient, but I might not go with this perk in the future, because it does mean I won't be able to stockpile hearts in the slightest. If I remember right, oh right, rune pickups are going to be more powerful as a result of this, though. So, yeah, I'm going to have to deal with a mild inconvenience in favor of a potential substantial bonus. I just gotta, live long enough for this to be the case. I want to pick up that air rune before, there we go, perfect. So what do we need? We need some water runes. And, I mean, realistically, I'm probably just going to use that airwave or that air rune to bolster our firepower for the time being. Because I've never actually even used Airwave. It's got knockback. Oh, okay. So the Blessing of the Wisp gives me these bonuses here. So plus 20% knockback, 10% cooldowns. Because of that, all of the runes that we pick up are going to be nicer. So yeah, I've never actually used Airwave before. And realistically, I'm not planning on using it too much. But I figured it would be a good way of bolstering my firepower while I wait for the second droplet to show up, as well as some of the other spells. Now, as far as our secondary abilities, I'm not entirely sure what I want to go with here, because on one hand we could go with, Nova, but considering our next run is going to be using Supernova, it seems irresponsible for me to, use that as a multiple build linchpin. I'd rather have it be a specific build, or, an occasional thing as kind of like an oh shit button, or just a room clear. But I'd rather diversify a little bit. So ideally we're going to work on discovering some new stuff along the way. I'd love this to be like an overall AoE build, attacks that hit multiple enemies at once. Of course, that is going to make it a little bit harder to fight bosses, but no biggie, right? Okay, so we've got skeletons. Apparently we've gotten hit along here. I don't actually remember getting hit apart from getting hit by that one singular skeleton, but I guess it happens. Let's just hit this guy. Okay, so we got a mind rune. Alright, turn on tab so I can see where I'm going. Okay, so we got a mind rune. We've got drop airwave. So the thing about the droplet is AoE. The thing about airwave is it actually has pushback. It would be kind of interesting to have like an all pushback run at some point, but I'm not entirely sure if I want that. Chain lightning wouldn't be bad for this build. Kind of like what we were doing last round with like clearing everything close range. This is clearing everything at a distance. And I'm not entirely sure. I guess Droplet doesn't have the range I'm attributing it. It's actually not that much more than Chaos Bolt, which is a bit disappointing. I think what we need is slight variance. I might try like Chaos and Water, see if that's actually a spell that's available to me. I have no idea. Let's see what this does. Okay, so the Crusader bonus, or the Paladin bonus, does not, in fact, prevent me from taking damage. It just makes everybody else, or everybody that hurts me, also get hurt for presumably an equal amount, which is not as good. I might blow that when fighting certain bosses, because I could see that being really useful. Now, we've got an Entropy rune, and I'm half tempted to actually just blow it to get Chaos Bolt, but at the same time, I don't think we need it at the time being. We also have a lot of health runes, but I don't think we need that either. Yet, at least. I think we're doing all right for the time being. Now, the one problem is for Droplet, it doesn't actually have as much of a splash as I'm assuming it does, which is kind of a shame. Sometimes it hits large groups of enemies, like there. But they have to be real close as opposed to, like, mildly close. It's kind of a shame, but at the same time, if it had, like, a really, really high splash radius, I'd assume that, it would be a much lower cooldown spell or much lower damage, both of which are not exactly ideal. Now, I don't know if this is a storage closet or if just the monsters haven't found me yet. Okay, storage closet. That works for me. Now, one other consideration I'm having is the... Oh, what's this one? Hit list. Okay. I don't... Oh. Do I have to kill the bat? Oh, no, I just have to kill the floating brain first. There we go. Okay, so that's how hit list works. As far as I can tell, there's no time limit on this one. Which is convenient, because you gotta be patient here. Now, the thing is, Droplet is working against me in this case. And that kind of sucks, but we're hit listing them. And we're doing a good job of it. Okay, perfect. We got this. Okay, so what do we got? We do more knockback, Earth Rune, Mind Rune, cooldowns. Ooh, cooldown reduction. But then again, it's probably not going to be that much. 8% knockback is probably going to be best, and we get level up. So 10% chance on taking damage to increase your armor by 10%. Rune drop chance by 10%. Combining, or... these are both... I'm going to go with this one first, and then I'll go on and get the other buff if I can. Because... Are spells firing faster, or am I just imagining things? I don't know. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Hey, we have a spare double combiner. So what have I never done before? Have I done this before? Nope. What happens? Chaos. Huh. Bonus to a random rune. Probably not for long, though, which is kind of a shame. Okay, so we learned something, but it's probably not going to be the most useful thing in the world. But I'm definitely liking Blessing of the Wisp. It is giving our spells a crazy amount of modifiers. Also, plus 10% on rune drop rate is actually making a huge difference. We've got, what, 4 runes? 5 runes dropped thus far in this room? That's crazy. That means we're going to be able to make some interesting spells. Hopefully we'll get a bunch of double combiners so I can learn new things. But if I can't, at the very least, we get to make some old familiars. Wow. I might actually be able to make Supernova already. Now, I actually have a list hiding over here. And let me see if I can get it. Okay, so Lightning, Fire, Light is one of them. Triple Dark is another one. And I actually forgot what Supernova was. I think it was Fire, Earth, Light. That makes sense. Okay, so that's going to probably be something I pull out here until I can find some better spells, because at the same time, I like experimenting, but if I can't make anything, I might as well use what I know. And use that to make better things, because I'd like these runs to go farther, potentially. Now, some of you have noticed recently... Oh, hello. Let's see. So we could do more rune drop, or 10% cooldown reduction. You know what? I'm feeling adventurous here. Grizzly Intellect. So this reduces our maximum HP by 10, but it gives us 10% cooldown reduction, which is fairly significant. And we might actually want to push more cooldown reduction here. I'm kind of regretting the knockback, but we'll see. Okay, so what do I got? So I could make Supernova right now. And considering... Wow. 20% knockback, bullet size, bullet speed, damage dealt, and bullet duration. I think that's good. So let's pick this up. It's not as great as some other things. Oh yeah, what's the cooldown as a result? Not much. It was only reduced by about, what? 3 seconds? 3.1 seconds? Not great, but we can use that for rune clearing and anything around us. And then hopefully we'll get some nice double combiners and triple combiners that can, phase it out as we go along. But for the time being, it'll do. It's not even our primary attack, so... Realistically, next run will probably be our main Supernova run, where I experiment with that kind of business, but for this one, it's just going to be me messing around. I don't know, a little bit more vanilla. Hopefully I can find another water rune. I haven't found one, right? Right. If I can find another water rune, then we can do double droplet and do crazy AoE, because that's the goal of this one. AoE as hard as I possibly can. Now, buffs and level up bonuses that we want ideally, would like to get my hands on cooldown reduction, as much of that as possible, because it'd be crazy if I could just be churning out, you know, all of my spells at an insanely fast rate. Ideally, I'd like to do a cooldown reduction run at some point with, you know, double Chaos Bolt, so it's just stupid. But for the time being, it'll have to do for here, especially because we've already, you know, sacrificed 10% HP to get a cooldown reduction. But think of it this way. Double cast speed on Chaos Bolt. Now that's just nonsense. And I'm hoping that we get to the point where that can happen. I might as well just pick up the HP rune while I'm here, because I've got a bunch lying around in escrow. And, oh, there's still a rat nest here. I should probably blow it up. And miss completely. Well, let's murder the rat at the very least. I really want to know if there's a flamethrower rune, because that would be really awesome. No idea, though. Okay, so we're full health. No reason to go back for those runes. Not those runes. Those extra stuff. So we could do... Let's do bonus to water levels, considering we're trying to go for double droplet. Ideally, I'd like to get a bunch of water runes this entire thing and try and build my entire build off of water. But if I can't do that, then I'll just have to deal with it and experiment around with everything else. Okay, so let's go through here. What's this? Event rune. Okay, arena. Strongest can prevail in the face of others. Okay, so I just have to fight 5 enemies again. Oh, there was like a short leg spike as it spawned, and then just suddenly, well, I'm being hugged by slime. Not appreciated. Oh well, no biggie. Honestly, the knockback from air... I almost want to have like a full air build at some point, you know, pure knock... Ooh. Jeez. Well, kind of alright. This is... Let's do this. Shock +1. Okay, so entropy mined, pretty worthless in the grand scheme of things. Not the end of the world, but definitely not my favorite as far as things go, because unless you're using like every single freaking rune in your build, it's going to end up just being useless. Okay, so cooldown, mind rune, yep. Cooldown reduction. Doesn't affect that much. It does affect supernova though, so, you know, maybe all this... I mean, realistically, if I'm going to be doing a cooldown reduction build, is going to be the magic missile setup that I had earlier. Wow, Nova really does crazy amounts of damage when you've got all those boosted up... Ow, freaking imps. When you've got all those boosted up rune bonuses. So I definitely like Blessing of the Wisp. That one's definitely going to be a little bit higher up in terms of my priorities. I'm definitely going to do Blessing of the Chimera at some point. Don't know if I'm going to do that with the cooldown reduction build or whatever, but no, Blessing of the Wisp is good. I really wish it didn't draw things in, but I can kind of see it as the pseudo penalty, because at the same time, like, you know, it's pretty good otherwise. It does reduce the amount of healing I get from health packs, but at the same time it does give quite the benefit, in my opinion. It could actually be far less than I'm giving it credit for, but I think it's good. Okay, so we have yet to find... We're finding a bunch of entropy runes. Like, that's a lot of entropy. I could really... No, I don't even have a double combiner. Damn. I was really hoping I had one. I could get sprint at this point, but I don't think I need it. But all of the entropy runes could be... I mean, I could switch over to a Chaos Bolt run really quickly, but that seems silly to me. Let's just blow up all the skeletons. Oh, that hurt a little bit. And more entropy runes. Oh, there's a bandit. Well, he didn't last long. Okay. Let's make sure that there's no... Okay, that's a crawler. So there are no more bandits heading around in this area. I really need to actually focus on taking out the crawlers and actually need to work on my aim. I need to lead shots in this game. I've never been good at that. I always shoot specifically at what I'm supposed to shoot at instead of, you know, shooting at a target slightly in front of it. I don't know. It just doesn't work in my brain. Leading things on. Boom. Okay, did not take out the giant rats. Did give me a heart, though, which is convenient. I'm going to need those, especially because I reduced my health by 10%. And, well, I gain less health from each health pack anyway. Okay, so let's take out the giant rat. This is the most concerning thing to us right now. And we got the hermit over there. As we'll pick up the heart. Don't know if I should have saved that or not. I don't think so, but it's kind of hard to tell. So the one benefit is the fact that I've reduced my health and reduced my health pack healing amount is it does actually give the illusion that I'm healing myself, you know, more. Or I still have the same amount of health. Even though that's completely false, and you guys know it, and I know it, and everybody knows it. Oh well, no biggie. Ideally, these guys don't murder my face. I really don't like speedsters, because especially when you're firing a little bit slower than usual, which this run kind of is. Hey, there we go. There's our extra water rune. Oh, my inventory's full. Well, I mean, I could just do the cooldown reduction. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay. Magic missile, store droplet, another magic missile, another droplet. I don't know. Yeah, this one's useless. Okay, let's pick up the water rune. And we do have a double combiner, so we could do something interesting. What's entropy and water do? Oh, we know what delta spreader is. I didn't really like it either. We know what that is. What about entropy and air? Oh, it's projection. Speed and air, vacuum. Oh, speed and water. Ice bolt. Shock and water. No idea. Adventures. Ice sword. It's got a long cooldown, though, which is kind of a shame, but I could definitely see this being useful for... I could see this being really useful for another Dwarven run. I'm actually going to put it there. Goodbye, Airwave. So I got the sword. I can use it in melee range, and ideally... Okay, this should reduce our cooldowns like crazy, and we'll just start doing Novas, which is going to be good. Wow, these fire fast. What's the range on this thing? Pretty far, actually. That's going to be helpful. But ideal with this, we'll have, you know, such a high cooldown reduction and such a high, like a base level cooldown reduction, but also an active cooldown reduction, that we'll just be able to Nova constantly. We'll see. It doesn't seem like it's reducing the cooldowns that much, though, so you know, it's not going to be as absurd as I thought it was going to be. It still is fairly significant, I think, but it's not enough to give me nigh on constant Novas, which is kind of a shame. But not overwhelmingly surprising. I completely forgot to squash the skeleton. It was surrounded by everything else. So sue me. Ice him, and okay, so the ice sword definitely not my definitely not for killing skeletons. That's for certain. Okay, so extra experience, critical strikes, reduce their I could just go for the glass cannon approach here, but I think I'm gonna go with extra EXP because those are going to be more useful in the long run anyway. What's the cooldown on these things? It's pretty low. Oh, interesting. Weird. Well, definitely have to say I like the idea of this build, but I don't think it works well with Nova. I don't even know if it syncs with Nova, like the cooldown reduction actually makes a difference or not. Because it'd be really cool if each hit, you know, reduced it by like 1/10 of a second, but I don't actually think that works. Which disappoints me to a degree, but does not surprise me too much. And the one problem with this is Nova does have a... I think it is. I think it's at least making the cooldown reduction go faster, which is nice. Or the cooldown cycle down faster. I really can't be certain in this case. Okay, let's just blow up the powered shrine. And nope. Right, they come around a different direction if you've gotten in front of them. Okay. So we've got like at least one more room to go through. Nope, nothing there. Let's go this way. And oh, hello. At least takes out a bunch of them. That actually took out most of the rats. Well, that was convenient. And we get a double combiner for our trouble and a rat's nest. Actually, I think I might need another light rune for this to work. Which, kind of a shame that I used both of them on Magic Missile. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any. Well, what can I do? We know what entropy does. What about triple entropy? I don't think I can combine that. What about entropy dark? I've never done this before. What happens? It's called reverberation. Chance to stun the enemy on hit, small chance to stun enemies in the area around the target, and chance to stun you on cast. Ugh. No thank you. Don't want that. Okay, so if we can find another light room, we can have double Nova, at which point, yeah, this build will be essentially complete, and I'll just be buffing them instead. Which works for me. Okay, so we got skeletons to squish. I still find it crazy that you have to stomp on skeletons to, you know, for it to work. Confuses me. Okay, no light rune. Lots of shock and whatever. I really wish the chance for extra runes to drop would also drop extra double combiners, but it doesn't actually work that way. Much to my general chagrin. Okay, so... yeah, we just need another light rune and we can do that. Or if we somehow manage to get a triple combiner, we could do... White Lightning, which is one of the combinations suggested to me. And it looked pretty fun. Taking some extra hits here. I don't like the twin mages. They're kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, looks like the hell portal's pumping out imps, but I want to take out the mud golem first, and he gets us a triple combiner. Up, and I'm cornered. Great. Well, we don't have any extra hearts, so... oh well, it's working alright. Definitely didn't do the double droplet run, which is something I would like to get back to at some point, but for the time being doesn't work. Okay. Have I ever tried Earth Earth? Nope. What's Earth Earth do? Oh. I think I was warned about that one. Goodbye. The only benefit of rock that I could potentially foresee is that it would create a destructible rock that you could potentially get loot from. But that would also be incredibly cheesy and probably not fair. So I'm just going to assume that it doesn't work that way. Okay, we're going down to level 3. We're a little bit injured. I mean, a lot of it's our fault for picking Wisp and getting cornered by imps. But ideally, I'd like to... light rune. Or I could do max HP. But that's not going to help us that much. So let's go with the light rune. Get the extra Nova, because if I had 2 Novas, we'd be able to pretty much clear any room. And I got rid of my 2 rocks, didn't I? Oh, I don't even have the light rune because my inventory is full. Well, that... Goodbye, entropy runes. This... Why is it paused? Oh, right, because I pressed spacebar. Okay, so I really should not have gone for that extra light rune at all. That disappoints me that it doesn't just, like, drop or anything like that. Oh, well. But what the... What? That's a... This is a mini-boss. It has to be. Well, I just blew something up. Oh, let's reduce his body density and Nova the crap out of it. Luckily, my knockback is higher as a result of all of these bonuses and whatnot. I should probably destroy that rock. It's got me on a... Holy shit. That does a lot of melee damage. Well, at least I killed him, and we get some shock runes. Okay, so, definitely on the scary side of things. Let's double lightning again. Is that chain lightning? It's tempting, especially as we are. Knockback, bullet speed, cooldowns, knockback, bullet duration. Okay, let's try this. Chain lightning, a lot of knockback, a lot of damage. And I'll put that there. Goodbye to this. Because one magic missile will have to do. Because in this case, I think I need something a little bit more... with a little bit more oomph. I don't know. I think chain lightning is going to be exactly what we need here, give or take. And also it's going to be subject to the cooldown reduction in a much more productive fashion-ish? I don't know. Hey, we're getting some extra health, though. Realistically, we're still kind of in trouble here. We have not gotten a whole lot of health, and I've taken a lot of stupid damage. Okay, there's the extra health. Unfortunately, it just doesn't heal us that much. Which, you know, does kind of prove the negative of the Wisp. And I'm definitely missing the mummy mode. I like the idea of the damage reduction. There we go. Goodbye, bandit. At least bandits tend to drop a free heart, which I have to appreciate. And could actually do double chain lightning here. That'd be kind of nuts. Huh. Okay, so we got more entropy. I'm gonna go use my double speed. Might as well. Get sprint. Goodbye this. And I'm just going to pump a bunch of speed runes into it to clear my inventory out a little bit. I could also put a shock rune into this, and this is light rune, so I shouldn't use that. Could I do anything else? Earth, light, fire. Nope. Don't want to use any of that thing. So I don't have any earth runes, I don't have any light runes. So our chances of getting a second Nova at this point are, well, I think I screwed that one up. Okay. Huh. Alright, let's try it. Okay. So I have to defend against 16 imps. Well, we got this going for us, which kind of works. Let's see if I can So we got that going for us. Oh dear. My atrocious accuracy is screwing us here. Okay, bullet size, movement speed, max HP, or air rune. Ha. Movement speed wouldn't be bad. Bullet size, I don't actually know if bullet size makes much of a difference here. Let's go with the max HP. We can also do cooldowns, critical strikes. I don't use my class ability that much. Let's do this one. That could actually potentially give us a nice edge on... I mean, realistically, this is a cooldown reduction build. It's the only one that truly benefits us in this way. Okay, so I have to watch out for the knights. They do crazy melee damage, and I don't want to get hit in the light zones either. And they do not go down in a Nova. That's a little bit on the scary side of things. Okay, so we're very injured. Honestly, we might be able to beat whatever boss we run into here, but my bet is we're going to get smoked, unless it's like somebody actually ridiculously easy. Because look at our health total. It is not confidence inspiring in the slightest. Whew. I do not like the Ents. At least once you've taken... Oh, shoot. I was standing in a light zone. That's no good. Okay, and that speed mage is hiding... Oh, sweet. Health. That speed mage is hiding behind Ent corpses. Okay, so what can I do? More cooldowns. Lucky. Exterminator. More cooldowns, I guess? Chain lightning almost screwed us up there. Okay, so... We've got Nova, so... Got this going for us. Let's take out the bandit because, I don't know, bandits are jerks. And unfortunately that looks like a necromancer over there, which I hate necromancers. Let's get out of the way. Necroskeletons always chuck their bones at me and I don't like it. I don't like it. We're very injured here. So I definitely have to say I liked the Dwarven run because the Dwarven run was nigh on indomitable. This, on the other hand, a little bit less so. Hey, that was quite the boon. Okay, so we got a bandit over here and I think bandits are usually pretty forthcoming about loot. Answer is no. I guess maybe I'm tinged a little bit here because the bandits always seem to have stolen some loot from me. Okay, and this is also a dead end. Where? Oh, I see. It's like, where else can we go? And there's actually a fair number of rooms we haven't visited yet, which a bit obnoxious. Okay. Huh. So looking at the key, there's actually an icon for the bosses. So if I ever have the map knowledge boost again, I'll actually know to look there first. I've only ever really noticed if it was an event rune, because that is event rune. Event room. Go, that's a bunch of necroskeletons. Oh, jeez. Bullet, hell, shooter. Gotta avoid all the bones. I'm not good at dodging these bones. They're tiny and very hard to see. Okay, so we get a shock rune. We get injured. I'm definitely missing last run, but you know what? If I just did the same build over and over and over again, nobody would be interested, right? Right. I kind of wish Magic Missile had more of an effect on Nova's cooldown, but it really doesn't. Nova's just kind of a once per room type deal here. It's just Nova those. I don't think the clouds actually do damage when they hit me, which is nice, but at the same time, I would still prefer not to get knocked around. And I don't think I take damage for getting knocked around, but I would hate to get knocked into one of their runes. Okay, so get another speed rune. Might as well put it in there. Another. Wow, that's a lot of fire. Unfortunately, I don't even have any double combiners, so I really can't do much in terms of messing around with new spells, which makes me kind of sad. Because, I mean, yes, I could recreate some of the spells I already know, but half of them aren't even useful, and we're injured, and it's time to fight the boss. And it's Nimbirus, the Storm Brewer. Haven't heard of him before. Okay, it's a face. I'm gonna quickly go... I'm tempted to switch out. Let's see, what does more damage? Chain Lightning does. What could I also do here? Because I'm trying to think of a way that I could potentially boost my damage. Have I tried Fire and Lightning? Nope. Fire and Air? Nope. Fire and Entropy? Nope. And no double combiner means pretty much not much I can do here. I can do double Lightning. Can't do that. Lightning Dark? I could do Lightning Spear. It does a fair amount of damage. Okay, let's do it. Throw it in there. Goodbye, Droplet. So Lightning Spear does less damage. What's the cooldown on it? 0.31. That's a little bit faster. Okay, so if I need to, I'll switch him out. The problem is Lightning Spear is a little bit close range. Is he going to attack me or something? Oh, what? He gets... What the... Okay. So the thing about Nimbirus, it looks like, is I have to be just sitting inside him to injure him. That's weird. And, oh, I see. So his entire build... His entire point of existence, I guess? Oh, shoot. Stay out of the green clouds. Ow. Okay, so the side things seem to hurt. The green clouds seem to hurt. And he splits up into 2 different parts, give or take. No, he doesn't. He just spits off those guys. So realistically, we're probably going to die here just by virtue of the fact that we don't have much health. However, this is an interesting boss fight that I was actually not expecting. And also, Chain Lightning seems to be the flavor of the day. So what we're going to do is make another one. Goodbye, Lightning Spear. You're not really useful. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait for them to respawn. The one problem is you can't see the danger zones through Nimbirus himself, which is kind of a shame. Now, oh, what the? They're charging me? Weird. Well, okay. Chain Lightning is definitely helping our case, though. Oh, the boss disappeared all the way over here. It does disappoint me a little bit that yeah, it's scary. It does disappoint me a little bit that we can't actively harm him. We have to sit inside him to do, any significant harm to him. We might actually make it here, come to think of it, because unless something really crazy happens, he's on to phase 3, and it doesn't look like much is changing. He just seems to be spawning more dudes. So, oh, hello. Don't send me into those zones. Definitely digging Chain Lightning for all of this, though. Because Chain Lightning is... Oh, jeez. Do not run into the red zones. Red zones will murder your face real hard. So, yep. Honestly, I get the feeling we're just going to die here. But, yep, I don't even know what killed me there. But, that was an interesting boss fight. I have to say, that was an interesting run. It did not work out how I expected it to or wanted to. But at the same time, it was interesting nonetheless. So this is going to be a 1-part episode, obviously. I think in the future, I'm always going to split it up on a boss-by-boss basis, because that usually ends up being 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, I could go faster, but I'm usually searching for runes and double combiners. And yes, I could beeline for the boss, which will make more sense once I've discovered every single spell in the game. But as it stands, I think this works out better? Question mark? I don't know. Because really, it's also, where's the boss? If I find the boss room, I'll go in there first, and then maybe go down the floor. No, I'll have to adjust my metagame across the board here. Either way, though, this is a good run, and I'm looking forward to the next one, which is probably going to be, I don't know what, actually. I have no idea, because I tried double droplet, and I just didn't get enough water, and I tried the magic missile, but it really didn't matter. And I kind of screwed up trying to get double Nova, so... That's that too. But I guess Nova wouldn't have helped us against this one. Anyway, as I was saying, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Runers, and as always, thanks for watching.